Let me show you how to meal prep a meal that I don't know how to make. Wow.
Stop and cook me my asparagus.
Mount asparagus. Ooh. Hey guys, I'm Laura. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you a vegan meal prep for a vegan full day of eating that is very high in protein, and spoiler alert, this is going to be an extremely easy meal prep. Whether you're busy or you just hate spending time in the kitchen, I'm both. This is gonna be perfect for you because minimal prep time required, but maximum yumminess achieved. So stay tuned, I'm gonna show you everything you need for a delicious full day of vegan eating. Woot woot, let's go to the kitchen. Oh, my favorite place. Okay, so first meal, nothing that I had to pre-prepare, extremely easy. So I've got this chia seed, organic chia and sunflower seed Ezekiel bread. Oh my gosh, this has really nice macros, like 2 slices is 110 calories. So there's that, and then we've got our beefless ground meat. So this I just microwave. I mean, I'm sure some people cook it nicely and stuff, but I don't, so I'm just gonna be microwaving this. So yeah, and then I'm gonna melt some of this dairy-free cheese on top, and then I'm gonna spread avocado on it, and I could have cooked the tomatoes, but I don't want to. I'm hungry now, so that's how it's gonna go. So this is actually very exciting because I have not had dairy-free cheese before, and I have also never tried this bread before, so I'm very excited. Excited! Okay, and here's the finished product. It looks pretty cute. So clearly I've just piled everything on top here. There's a lot of extra veggies on the side. I tried to melt this, but it's not really melting that well, but it's fine. It's fine. I had a couple bites of the cheese. It's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel, but this is a yummy meal, I think. I mean, I haven't eaten it yet, but I think I'm gonna add some Himalayan salt, and then it's going to be complete. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, so update. I've eaten 1 slice. It's delicious. Once the cheese is on everything, it tastes really good. So I am very pleased with this meal. Oh.
Stop and cook me my asparagus.
Mount asparagus. Ooh. Okay, so this is potentially going to be a train wreck because I haven't had tofu in a very long time, and I don't know how to do it. Okay. It has a really yummy recipe on here. I should have made that for the video. It's gonna have to happen another time. Heat oil in large non-stick. Oh, okay, so you literally just, oh, okay. I was gonna marinate it. I think I have that in my, because the meals I'm cooking today are meals from my Knockout Body plan, and within that, I do actually have a section being like, hey, you should do this with your tofu, you should marinate it, blah, blah, blah. But I guess I'm not following my own tips today because we're just gonna eat it. We're just gonna eat it as is. Well, I mean, we're gonna cook it still, but yeah. Oh God. Oh God. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I keep reading the side with the not English. This is hard. I'm having a hard time. Oh, you're supposed to like, oh gosh. Let me show you how to meal prep a meal that I don't know how to make. So when I'm cooking multiple things at once, so I've got the timer because my lentils have been boiling for five minutes. Probably more, to be honest, because I forgot to set the timer until it had been on for a little bit. But yeah, so if you're preparing a bunch of things and you're a bit of a scatterbrained mess, like me, set alarms so you don't butcher your food, because I've been there, done that. Especially though, because after it boils for 5 minutes, it needs to simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. That is a long ass time. That is a long ass time. So let me set this alarm for 15 minutes and then we're gonna check on it. We're gonna check on it. I think the hardest part is getting this out of the package. I can't. I got one. But the other one, this is making me really uncomfortable. I don't know why. Oh God, it's getting all squishy. It's getting it's getting bah. I wanted to make it nice little slices. Oh shit. Ah shit. Ah. Okay, well, it's gonna be a mix of slices and chunks. You could literally just pretend this is like feta cheese. You could just like crumple it. So there you go. There's vegan feta cheese. Inventor over here. You make mistakes, you find a positive. You make an invention. I'm real tempted to just cook the whole. No. So yeah, we've got our messy. We've got our messy tofu, and then we're just gonna chop it up, add some seasonings, and yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be chopping this up real. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! I'm like a real chef now. Side note. If any actual chefs like ever watch me cook, they would probably freaking hate me. Like they would hate me because one time somebody DM'd me and they were like, oh, something about just like tips for preparing things faster because they're very busy, and I was like, oh, bagged veggies are really good, and they were like, I am a chef. It just feels wrong to do that, and I was like, ugh. And then there's me, like, bagged veggies, bagged everything, like this is not gourmet, this is, I mean, I make stuff yummy, but it's just the easiest way possible. We are taking a lot of shortcuts. A lot of shortcuts. You know what? I think I cut these a little bit thicker. I feel like it'd be nicer. They'd come out nice and crispy. Crispy if you cut them thin. But you know what? I think it's gonna be okay. Things are looking up. Things are turning around for the better. So, you guys, this is literally monumental because I made lentils and they didn't turn into complete mush. I mean, they're a little mushy. I think they're supposed to be because I cooked them correctly, but this is the least mushy they've ever been. I feel like I could boil out some of the water, but I'm just so proud of how non-mushy they are. So I just don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna accept how it currently is. This is acceptable. Okay, so cooking my stuff is, again, always simple. So for our asparagus, all I do is you saw me, I just like chop off the ends, and then I add a little bit of olive oil, and then I add olive oil and Himalayan salt. That's all I put on my asparagus usually. Sometimes I'll put garlic, and that's quite yummy as well. I don't even put any water or anything. I literally just cook it on like medium. I put a little lid on it when it's cooking, and then there you go. That's it. So then same, the lentils, I just follow the instructions on the package. So I just cook it with water. There's been times where I've added some salt and other seasonings, and that's been good. And then for the tofu, I put some olive oil, and I put, so same thing, our little staple seasonings apparently, olive oil, Himalayan salt, and then I also added some chipotle mango. Is this even vegan? I mean, I would think it is, but what if they like put something in here that isn't? I think it is, but yeah, so we're gonna add a little bit more of that to this. These look, so I kind of didn't use a big enough pan for this. I would suggest putting a bigger pan so they can kind of like, because you can see like some of them are goldening up nicely, but not all of them are, since I also didn't cut them all properly. But you know, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then we've got our green beans. a green bean. So for this, I literally just put it in a bowl and microwave it. If I want to add anything to it, I do it after. So I might add salt, I might add some type of oil. Who knows? Who knows? The world is my oyster. But always, always, always make sure that if you're using an oil, you're tracking it. You gotta track it. You gotta track it.
We've got some dogs. Hey, hi dogs. Hi guys. Hi guys. Oh, they heard a sound. They heard a sound. Bye, Baxter.
Roxy likes food a lot, so she'll usually hold out and wait. Baxter, on the other hand, who knows what he's gonna do? This little dude is unpredictable. Unpredictable, Mr. Bean.
Oh my gosh, these adorable faces. I'm gonna make all this food for you, because I love you. I love you both.
Roxy, stop barking. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, she's getting crispy. Oh, she's getting crispy.
Baxter, it's crispy. It's crispy. He's like a little tofu dog.
You're a tofu dog. Tofu dog. Tofu dog. I used to say tofu is tofu.
Baxter, are you the little tofu? He's the tofu.
All right, so we've got our next meal. I'm gonna show you guys close up because it looks nice. It looks real nice. So there we've got our, look at that, like nice little sliced almonds, real cute. We haven't added our dressing yet. I'm gonna put some balsamic. Oh my gosh. Wow. So, basically, what I'm gonna do now is tell you how I have transformed this meal, because this was a meal from my vegan knockout body meal plan. This was a meal this was a meal from the vegan portion of the knockout body plan, yeah. So, I completely changed this. So this is just a good, it just shows you how eating should be really flexible. So this was supposed to be a chickpea salad. So it was supposed to have cucumbers, chickpeas, romaine lettuce, red pepper, carrots, and balsamic dressing. So I guess the only thing that stayed the same was the dressing. And I mean, I was gonna get chickpeas, but then I needed kidney beans for another video, something really stupid. So I was like, okay, we'll just get kidney beans and put them in the salad. And then again, I didn't want to buy red peppers and carrots and cucumbers and chop them up because I'm gonna need other veggies for later. So yeah, this is what I did. So instead of, I just swapped out the veggies. Instead of having so much variety of veggies, I just stuck with two, so the green beans and the spinach. So I increased the portion size, so I'm still getting in adequate nutrients. And then, oh wait, well the almonds were in there. Oh no, they weren't even. Wow, I got really creative here. Okay, so then there's that, and then yeah, I switched. The beans, the calories are almost the same, so that's like a very, honestly, pretty much all of this, the calories are almost the same. So it's like a whole different meal for basically the same macros. So very, very easy. And of course, you could use a different dressing as well if you wanted to. So, flexibility. Oh. And I'm just like, oh. So just in case you didn't connect the dots, the green beans in this salad are the green beans we meal prepped. So obviously the rest of the salad we didn't have to meal prep because the spinach, you just throw it in a Tupperware. The beans, you open the can. And the almonds, you just put them on top. So, I mean, if you really had no time in the week, like say if you're bringing this lunch with you to work, you could, and you didn't even have time the night before to assemble it, that would be something you would still want to do on the Sunday or whatever day it is that you have free for meal prepping. But because it is so quick and easy, depending on your life and your schedule, you don't necessarily have to. Even the green beans, you don't necessarily have to, because like that's a microwaving for 3 minutes. You just throw it in a bowl and microwave it. So you could still do that the night before. That's kind of optional, obviously. Everything's optional. So yeah, nice and easy. Okay, so I feel like this looks kind of ugly, but it's good, I swear. So this is the lentils. So the one food, actually this is all the food we pre-prepped, even though this is dinner. So you might not even have had to meal prep this. I guess it depends on your life. Like, if you're someone who's like super busy in the evening and you get home super late and don't even have time to cook, then yes, you would have wanted to meal prep this. But if you're someone who just like has time in the evening, then obviously you could just cook this. You wouldn't have had to go through the strenuous meal prep. So yeah, that's that. We've got our tofu that we also pre-cooked. We've got Baxter. And then the asparagus. Oh, there's green beans in here too. They're mixed in. They're hidden. I actually can't even find them. They hide really well.
Ooh, Roxy's gonna get a green bean.
So yeah. Oh, and then I've got some salsa just to spice it up a little bit.
Baxter Bean's gonna have a green bean. Oh, look at him.
Okay, so the differences in this meal. So I've just gotten the Knockout Body vegan meal plan on the sheets, if you're wondering what the heck I'm looking at. So this, actually I didn't change this one nearly as much as the last meal, and I mean that this time. So the tofu, that was in the meal. The red lentils, that was in the meal. The asparagus, that was in the meal. Now it had a tomato. I ate all my tomato at breakfast. So instead I just put some salsa, which is actually kind of nice anyways. And then it was supposed to be broccoli, but I just used extra green beans from the previous meal. So yeah, just little swaps, just enough so that there's my memory card was full mid-sentence. As I was saying, there's little swaps, just enough that there's not as much to buy and to pre-prepare. It's just easier. But obviously, if you wanted to have more variety, you totally could. And side note, I am content with how my tofu came out. This is good. Okay, so then after that, I have the only other thing planned is basically snacks. So I'm having these at the end of the day, but you obviously could have those throughout the day whenever your little heart desires. So I've got a raspberries, or just one raspberry. What else? We are having a cup of edamame. This is my new favorite protein source, honestly, because it's, again, cheap, it's high in fiber, and it's delicious, and ready in 4 minutes. What more could you want? Like, I had edamame before, like when I went to restaurants, like for all you can eat sushi, you know, when you get little bowls of it, but I never had it in my house until a week or two ago, and I am just mind blown. I am obsessed. Obsessed. You just microwave this, you put some Himalayan salt, you put some olive oil. It's so good. So yeah, this is what I have as a snack. Obviously you could put this in with a meal as well. And then the last thing is a scoop of protein powder. So I do not own a vegan protein powder, so yeah, you would just use whatever you have. So, okay, now to compare this kind of ties into the breakfast from this morning. Let me just lead into this. So, in the snack in the plan, it has 2 scoops of protein powder, and then the berries and the edamame. Now, I only wanted to have 1 scoop, so what I did was I changed my breakfast protein source so there was more protein. So as you guys saw, for breakfast this morning, I had the Ezekiel bread with the Gardein ground beef and tomato and the dairy-free cheese. So instead, I was supposed to have, in the original recipe in the plan, it's Gardein crispy tenders, like the little chicken nuggets, and those are really, really yummy, but they're higher calorie and lower protein, which is fine if you can get your day to work, if you can work it into your day, but I couldn't work it into my day because I wanted to have less protein powder. So if I had had the crispy tenders, I would have needed to have 2 scoops of protein powder in order to make up for that protein. So yeah, let me just really tell you guys, I wrote it down, the difference. There's actually a decent difference between the two. Got it on my laptop. I could just look on MyFitnessPal, but apparently I need to look in my notes on my laptop because I was very fascinated and I was like, I can't wait to tell them. Okay, so 4 crispy tenders is 200 calories, 9 grams of fat, 16 grams of carbs, and 16 protein. Now 200 calories of the ground beef is 3.7 grams of fat, 16 grams of carbs, and 33 grams of protein. It is double the protein for the same amount of calories. So that's pretty wild. So that's just something to keep in mind. Like, not all substitutes are, like, not all meat substitutes are gonna have as much protein as others. Like, I love the crispy tenders. They're freaking delicious. That's probably why they're not as good macros. So yeah, that was a very, an easy swap to just bump my protein up quite a bit. And it was very easy and wonderful. Oh, and also, these were blueberries. I mean, they weren't blueberries, but in the plan they were blueberries, so just another example of how you can track things in. And another thing is, in the actual meal plan, I don't actually have any oils written in, but lately I've been a fan of adding oils to my veggies. So if you are too, again, you would be able to do that. You would just make little small adjustments as I have done. And it's just, it's so yummy and wonderful. I liked this day of eating. Like, if anyone was wondering, I'm not vegan. I do even eat, like, I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I do really try. First of all, I'm not even a huge meat fan. Like, I'll have it sometimes, like, say in a sandwich if I'm, like, going out, or, like, but I'm just not, when I'm at home, I'm just, like, I just never really want meat, and then it's a pain to cook. And plus, I mean, I am a animal lover, and it's a bit good for the environment. So yeah, in case anyone was wondering, I've definitely I would say I eat, like, pretty pescatarian, but I'm not, like, official. I know that makes some people mad, but, you know, I'm doing my part. I've reduced my consumption, so yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. So that entire day was 130 grams of protein, so a nice amount. Protein is easier to hit. I don't want to say it's easier to hit than people realize, because initially when you're not used to eating enough protein, it is a challenge. I know, like, anytime, almost always when people first start working with me, they're like, oh, I just can't hit my protein goal. And that's not even people that are vegan, that's people who eat meat, and even they have a hard time eating enough protein. But obviously with proper planning, it can be done no problem. Like, it was not hard to have a full day of vegan eating, hitting my protein intake. Like, I could have hit higher. I actually had tried to plan the day just to show an example. I had tried to poorly plan it so the protein would be under, and I couldn't get the protein under. Like, I had planned a day, and it was like, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be only like 70 grams of protein, and it was still at like 100, and I was like, oh, I'm so good at hitting protein, I can't even not hit it if I try. That didn't make sense. Well, it did, but. So in case anyone was wondering, that was 130 grams of protein for the entire day with only 1 protein shake. Yeah. Woohoo. Who's good at hitting protein? I am. You are too now. It's really not too hard as long as you pre-plan and just know which foods have more and know which foods have less. So it really, I know there's people out there that think you can't hit enough protein if you eat vegan. You definitely can. You just need to pre-plan. Ooh, that rhymed. You can, you just need to pre-plan. Oh. So yeah, if you do struggle with hitting your protein intake, I have a video on that because I know a lot of people do. Whenever clients start working with me, that's usually their thing. They're like, I hit my calories, but I could not hit my protein. So if that's you, whether you're a meat eater, whether you're a vegetarian, whether you're a vegan, this video is gonna show you some tips to make sure you're always nailing that protein goal. Nailing the protein goal. So check that out. Check out my other videos because they're all made to make your life easier, because extreme approaches results in extreme disappointment. I don't know why my hands just went to my face. Disappointment. They do though. The extreme approaches result in extreme disappointment. So I'm just here to show you guys a non-extreme approach so you are not extremely disappointed. So if you guys liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!